Hey, Maria, how you doing? You good? That package, it ain't had no updates at all. I don't know if you want to like call USPS and ask them about it or what, but it's kind of weird that it's just sitting there saying that it hasn't left Chicago since November 22nd. I'm gonna actually check it again real quick. I ain't checked it since I think yesterday or the day before. Let me just see if it's moved or they updated it. Because I think that's pretty weird. How it's just sitting there and doing nothing. It don't make no sense. And see, I can't call an 800 number from here. And plus, I don't think me calling is going to make a difference. I think like the person who sends it has to call. Yeah, see? It says, uh, it says this item has processed through Chicago, Illinois International Distributing Center on November 22nd, 9 o'clock. And it doesn't say anything else. And it's been like this since November 22nd. And that's a long time. That's been like 15 days, 2 weeks, more than 2 weeks. And it says the same thing over and over and over. And like it's dumb as shit. And I don't know what else to do. Yeah. Um, it doesn't have like a number for a specific. Hold on a second. Um, Contact us. All right. See, when I press email, right? When I click the email, it says, "Sorry to interrupt. This page has an error. You need to refresh." What's going on with this error? Technical stuff. And it's been saying that for a whole week too. It won't allow me to email them. And then the 800 number is here. But the problem is when I dial a 800 number, it says it doesn't work. Because from here we can't really do it. We have to have like a different code or some bullshit. So I have the number here. I can post it in the chat for you if you want. Like that's the number right there of the place. So you don't have to look it up. But it's so dumb I don't understand it. Like it's been there for it says the same thing for 2 weeks. That shit should have been here by now. So I don't know what's going on. Because if it was in Chicago on the 22nd, I should have got it like about a couple days later. Because it'll probably go from Chicago to Philly, Philly to Bermuda, and that's it. It would be here in like 5 or 6 days. So I think it's kind of dumb that it's took 2 weeks from the time it's been in Chicago. Don't take 2 weeks to get a package from Chicago to Bermuda. And I've had USPS packages come from California and get here in 5 or 6 days. So I know something's going on. Because if it was here already, they would call me, or they'll put like a paper in my they'll put a paper in my mailbox and say, "Come pick it up." I'm just gonna delete the phone number because I shouldn't be putting that up there anyway. Because people are like, "What's the phone number for?" Yeah, mom. It's my digits. 100 Marky number. Come see me later. He said it was supposed to rain. It's not even raining. It's sunny. It's nice and cool, windy. What the heck is this? PC desktop, MacBook Surface. Welcome to some where your trusted tech repair experts will bring your devices back to life. Good, I should take my shit down there. I should take the computer down there and check it out. Oh, hey, Tanya. How you doing? Yeah, that's fine, bro. That's all good. I'm sure maybe it will, but it's so dumb how they don't update the tracking because usually they're pretty good. The tracking is always like I don't really have too much of a tracking problem. USPS is pretty good with the tracking and stuff. I always like 'cause when I get hats and stuff from certain places, they'll send it to me USPS, and then it will um it will have an update every day or every other day. So I don't know why that's any different. It's fucking dumb. Sometimes I can't stand these couriers, man. They're so dumb. That's the word for them. Dumb. You're waiting for the sun to come up more? Yeah. It's early where you're at. Yeah. Still not yet. You have to wait a little while. Actually, not really. It's like 7 something there. You're thinking of walking to McDonald's again, not scooter. Yeah, walking's good. Walking's good. Exercise. Oh yeah, today is Larry Bird's birthday. I forgot about that. Yeah, today's December 7th. I know a few people that have birthdays today. I forgot it was the great Larry Bird's birthday today. That's right, my buddy and pal, my fave. Shit, it's a good thing I look on Facebook sometimes to check these things because I'll forget. I forget. Middle Road and Smith. Middle Road, Smith. Southampton and Warwick. Blah blah blah. May. These people are so full of shit. It's almost 9:30 there. It's 11. Yeah, it's 11:27 in the morning here. Excuse me. It feels so weird being here on a Sunday at this time of day. Because around this time of day, every Sunday I was getting ready to go to my parents' house to eat lunch. And ever since my dad passed, I haven't been there since because he's not here to have lunch with on Sundays. So it feels weird to like be here on a Sunday at this time of day. Like I'm usually on my way to go get lunch. Sometimes I'll be here in the morning. I'll be like, all right, guys, I gotta go lunch to my parents' house. I'll see you guys later. Sometimes I came on like early on a Sunday if I didn't have a game to watch or something like that. So it just feels so weird. When is the 9th? Tuesday, right? Yeah, Tuesday. Tuesday at 1:45. Shit. That's early. Dang. It's the next time they play. Oh my god. Oh man. Oh man. Hey Sophie, how you been? Yeah, it's hard getting used to, but you know, my mom never really liked making a lot of food on Sunday morning, Sunday afternoon, or Sunday for lunch. She didn't like it. My dad always wanted to do it. You know. Yeah, I'll never do that either, because his phone is still active, to be honest. Because I left his cell phone on the table, and I told my mom, if your home phone number if it has a problem, you can always use the cell phone. I taught her how to use it, and I always have it on there just in case. So I told my mom, just leave the phone here. It's a prepaid phone. You're not using it, so it's not like you're paying a lot of money for it. And we'll pay for the top up whenever we need it. So uh, during the hurricane after my dad died, we had the hurricane come here at the end of October, and then she didn't have no electricity, and then she used the cell phone to call us. And I said, "See, we need the cell phone because how the hell are we gonna know if you're all right?" So her electricity was out for a few days, and my brother was spent the night there that night. Then the next day she didn't have electricity, and then she called through the cell phone. So I said, "See, you need the phone. Keep it here. I know it's dad's, and I know all that shit, but we need it." So it's a pain in the ass. Hey Monique, how you doing? Yeah, I mean, just like Sunday at midday, like I said, like around this time, I'm like making my way down to the house, and we'll eat every Sunday at 12 o'clock for lunch, and then I would watch the game with my dad at his house, and then come home or whatever. But I'd stay there and talk shit and have fun. Take pictures of him and send it to my nephews and my sister, and we'd have a good laugh because my dad, when it was during summertime and it was like the AC was on, it would make him really cold. So he'll have like this big blanket like this on the couch, and I'd take a picture of him and send it in the chat, and they will all laugh and shit. That was the last time I took a picture of him like 2 weeks before he died. And Christmas is gonna be pretty hard without him because he used to be like the highlight of Christmas. He always wanted us together, and he always used to like uh you know talk shit. Last year we had like all these games and stuff we had to do, and he would like play the games and we would laugh at him and shit because he'd be like, so he wouldn't know what to do. He'll be just like doing dumb shit, and he'll participate and he'll make us laugh. He'll say certain things, he'll tell stories about back in the day, and we would all crack up. So yeah, it's gonna be hard without him this year. It's gonna be really different because everybody's gonna be here. And if he was here, he'd probably be irritated because we changed from lunchtime to dinner time. So we never really have dinner together on Christmas. We have lunch together. And everybody used to hate having lunch because we had to get up early, we had to make food and blah blah blah, and everybody was mad, this and that, blah blah blah. Because everybody's older now, so there's no kids to wake up and see what Santa Claus gave you. Everybody knows it's all bullshit now. It's all everybody's older, right? The youngest is 16, you know, and my mom's getting 80 next month. So it's like everybody like, doesn't want to wake up early and, do all that type of dumb shit. So it's different now. So now we all agreed to have dinner instead of lunch. So that way everybody can relax with themselves. And because my dad's not here, it's kind of more difficult. But on Christmas Day, I'm gonna go down to my mom's, and then if it's a good day, I might go to the grave with her and like put a wreath on his grave or something like that. So I got to see how she feels. I don't want her to get too upset, on Christmas and stuff like that. So we might do it like the day before, maybe instead of going on there on Christmas. We'll probably go like the day before. Maybe we'll go the day after or something. I don't know. So we'll see. It's just difficult to deal with. It's going to be the first, Christmas without him. So it's not going to be good for my mom, obviously, or me or anybody else. But all you can do is just see. For me, it's different because I know he's going to be there in spirit, but obviously, no one else is really going to understand that. I wouldn't say no one else, but my sister will know, obviously. But hopefully, everybody have a good Christmas and everybody's okay and stuff. We just learn to deal with it. Yeah, I mean, the main thing that I can suggest, you know, is to always acknowledge him, always talk to him in spirit, always talk to him out loud and at home or in your mind or whatever you want to do in your prayers, whatever. Doesn't matter. You can still talk to him. He's listening. He understands. He knows. He's helping. He wants to make sure he sees his grandkids and you and everybody else and, you know, whoever else that means a lot to him. They're always going to be around. Trust me. They always find a way to help, way to do things. At the end of the day, they don't want to be nowhere else but be with their family anyway. And that's what their job is in spirit. Well, that's the thing. You don't have to have that, because heaven is right here. It's right next to you. A lot of people just have to understand that you can't physically see that person anymore, but you can imagine them. You can like put the image in your brain every day, like I do. I just I think about what my dad looked like at his best point, or you look at a picture when they were really doing good. Don't look at a picture when they're sick, or don't look at a picture when they died or whatever before they died. Look at a picture where they were at their best point, you know. And you look at them and you just keep, having that image in your brain, and then you talk to that image, and that makes you the best way, and that's all that matters really, because doing that is the best remedy for you to deal with them and to have the image more than, because you can't see them in spirit unless you have the gift, right? So you can still talk to them and imagine them, next to you, or, even though they are. But like I said, some people don't have the gift of seeing them. So it's different for you, for some of us. And even me, like, even though I can do the mediumship part, it doesn't matter. Like, I still, if they don't want to appear, they don't appear. If they want to, they want to. If they don't, they don't. And if they, it's just like been a thing, So it's just like, you just do what you got to do. Sometimes I see them, sometimes I don't. Sometimes I see them in different ways, different clothes, different, different ages. It's just whatever the image that you want have appear in your mind, because most of it's all in your mind, really. Well, if he had a thing with that, then he'll probably laugh. But at least he can't smell you no more, so that's good. My dad used to do that shit all the time. He used to be so rotten. My mom used to leave the room and go to my bedroom. She goes, "That man stinks so much. I can't be in that room and sleep with him." And he doesn't care. He don't give a shit about me. I go to your room and I sleep in there. I can't smell that man all night. And he don't give a fuck. He's like, "Yeah, you go sleep somewhere else, woman. I'm gonna shit myself. I don't fucking care." He was such an ass when it came to that. He didn't give a fuck. He was like, "Yeah, you can deal with it." And he didn't even care about his own stench. He didn't give a fuck. My dad was special. He just like didn't give a shit. Sometimes I get that attitude from him, like that no give a shit attitude, and I don't care what you think. Cause my dad was like that. He didn't care what anybody think. Well, my dad, he wasn't no like, he was very respectful, but in different ways. But when it came to like shit like that, he didn't give a fuck. He's like, yeah, I can. And then when he got older, he couldn't help it. You know, sometimes it just happens. Like he just couldn't hold back. But it was pretty funny though. My mom used to like get so mad. She'd be like, I didn't even sleep. I didn't sleep in my own bed last night because he stunk so bad. But he won't get up and leave me in the bed. I have to leave. It was funny as shit. I used to tell those stories on here before. That shit was funny as hell. She'll have like a mad face, right? And she's a Capricorn, so they get like fucking super attitudes, right? Like the world's end. And they act dramatic about it sometimes. She'll be like, I'll come down. I said, what's wrong with you? Oh, you think I have to have my mouth open with my teeth shown every day? You think I'm happy to be in this world every day? And I said, Jesus Christ. It's Sunday, woman. Didn't you just come from church? I don't care. I'm fed up with this life. Sometimes I wish God would take me. And I'm like, if you keep saying that, he's going to keep you here. Shut up, leave me alone. That's what she'll say. When she's aggravated, she'll act like that. It's funny as hell. I can do like a documentary on my mom and how she talks and what she says. It's the funniest shit ever. But now she, I made her laugh a few times here and there. I'll tell her stories and stuff, but I try to cheer her up. But last night I called her and I was worried about her. And she said that she was praying in her room and stuff. And ever since my dad died, she hasn't slept in the bed ever since. So I know that's like pretty difficult for her too. She doesn't want to sleep in the bed because he's not there. So she's sleeping in my bed, my old bed in my old room. This damn bird's croaking out here. Shut up. I'm live. I don't need you out here screaming at the top of your damn lungs. Go look for a worm or something or a bug and leave me alone. Fucking bird. It's called a kiskadee. The most annoying bird in history. I wish they would all fly south for the winter and leave me alone. Actually, shit. I live in the south, so that's why they're here. Never mind. My bad. Yeah, good. See, you must have heard me. Need your ass around here croaking. Leave me alone. I can't stand birds. What do you do? They shit everywhere. I have these really nice blue wooden chairs outside. And they're brand new. They're like probably a year old now. And they're like outside chairs. They're like a double blue chair. And it's really nice like a nice wooden chair you just sit off outside on. And those fuckers shit all over those chairs. And I moved the chair from one side of the pool to the other side of the pool. And they shit all over them. Every single day they sit on those chairs and they shit all over them. And then you wonder why I hate birds and I want to kill them. Especially those yellow and brown fuckers. They're like the worst birds in history. Like, you mean to tell me that you have to sit on those blue chairs and shit on those chairs when you can just shit on the tree or shit on the wall or shit somewhere else? You have to shit on those damn chairs and you got to make me wash them every fucking day. Fucking birds, man. And they do it to my car too. They go on top of my van and they shit on my van. The other day when I was washing my van, I had like this stick with the sponge and I was getting like this, and a big piece of fucking bird shit came off the side. And I was like, you fuckers. I didn't put a ladder rack on top of my van like I did with my old one, because I didn't want them to, like, go on it and shit on it. And it didn't even make a difference. They go on top of it and shit on it anyway. So I'm damned if I do and damned if I don't. So I'm thinking about getting a ladder rack on there anyway, because it doesn't make a difference. They're gonna shit on it anyway. Hey, Lucky, how you doing? Yeah, I know. That's why I don't like them shitting on my damn car. When I used to have my first car was all black, and a chicken, right, was in this parking lot. The chicken stood on top of my bonnet and shit on my bonnet and scratched my bonnet with his nails, and I had to get the bonnet like waxed up, and like I almost had to respray it, but the guy took the wax out with the polish. He took the scratches out, and the burnt then the chicken shit, that because I wasn't there, but a friend of mine saw it and then shooed the chicken off of it. And he called me. He's like, "Hey, this chicken went on top of your damn car, shit on your bonnet, and scratched it up." I shoot it away. And I came outside and washed it off, and it was all these scratches there, and like a big stain from her shit. Now you're lucky I didn't see you do it. You would have been in the pot that night. I would have beat your ass and took you home and put in that pot. I would have had chicken soup that night. I would have told my mom, "Look, let's deal with this fucker. I'll teach you a lesson." Animals are such a nuisance, man. They're so dumb, and they do dumbass shit. That's why I can't stand animals sometimes. They're the most biggest nuisances in the world. Don't get me wrong, I love animals, and I love animals, but not when they do stupid things. When they do stupid things, I don't like. Just like people, I don't like people and animals when they do stupid things. Yeah. Oh, see, my car had like a clear coat on it, so the clear coat it'll scratch that first, so you can always polish it out. Like, so, thank God I caught it in time and didn't bake on there. And I never wanted a black car ever again because it showed too much. So when I got rid of my black car, I bought a white van, and then having a white car in the summer, it makes when you go wash it, it has like that chalky, milky water come off the car, like it eats the paint. So it doesn't matter what color car you have. I had both. I had a black car and a white van, and now I got another white van. And my old white van, after a few years of being outside baking in that sun, I went to wash it one day, and all this milky type of film came off of it, and I was like, "Oh, great." The paint's so messed up that it did. I said I ended up waxing it one day, and it came back to life. And now I don't have to worry about it. I sold it to my friend, so he's dealing with it. Not my problem. Now I got my new van, and my new van's a pain in the ass because I can't. It's too high, and I have to get like a step ladder to wash the top. And it's very. My mom noticed it too when I took my mom the other day to her appointment. She goes, "Oh, why does your van stop and then start back up?" I was like, "Mom, it's the most annoying feature in the world." I said, "If I would have known this damn van did that shit, I would have never got it." But I didn't know. So when you come to a complete stop, the car shuts off. Then as soon as you take your foot off the brake, it starts back up. So when you're in the city and all those stoplights or you're in a line of traffic, it's the most annoying shit in the world. And I never liked automatic cars and vehicles anyway. I always had a stick shift. So this time I said, I'm going to get the automatic, and get it and blah, blah, blah. But it was, to me, I made a mistake. I should have checked it out first and I should have asked questions and stuff. But I was like, you know what? I'm just going to get it. I don't fucking care. Like, now I got to deal with that bullshit. And you can't turn it off. Like, you can, but you have to, like, take all the sensors out, which will mess the car up. So I just said, I'll leave it alone. I don't care. It's a feature that it's meant to have, and I'll just deal with it. I don't fucking care. Tanya, I see you donated. Thank you. And you can ask your questions when you're ready. But yeah, it's very annoying to have a van with those sensors and have them go off and on when you're in the city and stuff. And then if you get too close to a car, it'll stop your van. It'll go and it'll make this big loud fucking noise like the car is gonna die. Like it stops the car for you because the sensor senses the car too close. It's for people who can't drive. So they're kind of meant for like women. They're meant for men too. I know a lot of men that can't drive. My dad, he couldn't drive either. He always hit something. Oh, cool. Check Megan. So cute. Yeah, I mean, I can turn it off. I can turn it off like on my van. But then as soon as you turn the key off and you stop somewhere, you turn that key back on, it resets it again. And my friend said if you keep doing that, it's gonna fuck the sensor up. So you might just leave it alone because that's what the car is meant to do. It's meant to save energy and gas by it turning on and off like that. It's meant for that. That's why they made it that way. And I was like, well, I'll just leave it and deal with it. I don't even care anymore. So I've been in that no care attitude. I'm like, you know what? I don't care. You want to turn the fuck off and on, go right ahead. I don't give a shit. If anything happens, it's on the warranty anyway. I don't fucking care. I gotta stop worrying about it. I don't really give a shit anymore. All right. Let me see what you got here, Tanya. Fuck's sake. My sister's so annoying sometimes. I hate, man. She gives like multiple messages. Just write everything in a single fucking thing. Damn it, man. Fuck, man. So fucking annoying. Damn it, man. I swear, sometimes I feel like the retrograde never went away because people are still dumb. And I just don't get it. I feel like I fucking say it every day. Every day when I come on here, I say people are dumb. And I try not to say shit like that. I try not to say bad things or negative things. But it's so hard not to. Like I call people names a lot because I can't take it anymore. Like I'm gonna call you a name because that's what you are. You're fucking dumb. Like wake the fuck up. You know? Stop doing dumbass shit. Do you see me doing any dumb shit? No. So then why you can't be like me? Fuck. You do that, see, you're a pain in the ass. When I write something to somebody, I never give multiple because it's gonna go ping, 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 ping. I'm not aggravating nobody. I just make one paragraph. Yo, bro, I went here, I got this here, or da 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 da. Click send. They'll look at, okay, yeah, bro, da, 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 da. Boom, that's it. I ain't gonna go, hey, click. How are you? Click. What are you up to? Click. Send. Are you kidding me right now? I'll beat your ass if you send shit like that to me. Send that shit all in one. I don't know what's going on. All right. Tanya said, are you still on track to sell the home in the next couple months? How many times do you want me to answer this question? 50 or 51? I told you, you gotta, when you get the answer, you're supposed to just wait for spirit to do their magic. I've had this conversation already with you. I think I have to put you over my knee and give you a spanking. You probably like it. Forgive me, Phil. She needs to spank with those paddles. You know, like the freaky shit. Well, the cards say that it's still on track. You got to be strong. You got to be confident. I got the strength card here. A blonde woman needing her strength, needing to control the situation that she's in, having the confidence that everything is going to be all right, having good energy, knowing that everything is going to get accomplished. Yes, there's going to be some delays. Yes, there's going to be plans that might have to be changed or canceled or dealt with, you know. But at the end result here is making the right choice, having the willpower to make this decision, to resolve the decision, having the willpower to have this uh goal attained and stuff. And I see that everything's gonna work out. No problem. Yeah, I know why you sent me a DM. Yeah, I read it. And it went in this ear and came out that ear. Let me read it again. Or did you send me one or two? No, you sent me one. But okay, let me like really, because when I was reading this, I was getting taxed by my pain in the ass sister. Let me really concentrate and read this in a serious way. Yes, but the thing is, right? Now, with this DM you sent me, right? You have to understand that that should never be our problem. What somebody else does with their shit is nothing to do with what how they buy your shit. People have multiple places, you know? And I've explained this to you before, like that whatever these people are doing with their shit has nothing to do with yours. If they can't deal with theirs, that's nothing to do with you. But if they told you that they need to sell theirs in order to get yours, then don't wait for them. You know, you got to do what you got to do. So if that's what your whole thing is, you know, that's different. Yeah, I'll spank you anytime, no problem. Both hands too. That's what you need. You need a left and a right hand spanking on both cheeks. Yeah. And I'm gonna get bro to record it and then send it to you, so that way you understand not to ask me this damn question. But see, that's what I keep telling you forever now. That that's not your problem. Your main thing is selling your house. Don't worry about who's buying it and all that shit. They can keep theirs and buy yours, or they can do whatever the fuck they want. That should not be like a issue. As long as they give you your fucking money for the house, who gives a shit what they're doing with theirs? But if they told you they need theirs sold first to get to you, then that's a different story, right? Then that's not your problem. You tell them, well, I'm not gonna save my house for you because you got to deal with yours. That's not the deal here. So whoever comes first, that's who I'm dealing with. That's what you. That's and that's probably what you thought and probably did, and that's the good thing. So in the meantime, you got to still, you know, have open houses and still have it on the market, which it is. So at the end of the day, I still see the house being sold from now until the end of January. Like I told you last time, there's nothing changed here. Anything I get here is there's some delays or things that happen. I feel like it's more your like worry and stuff. But I got all positive things here except for maybe like you feeling kind of like worried about selling it, or like somebody like saying something or doing shit like what this person do. You know. So I don't really see nothing bad here. I think it's just you worrying like you always do. But I get positive things here. I still get that the house will be sold. You know. And if you got somebody like these people telling you that they want to buy your place, but we're gonna sell ours to get it, then that's a positive thing because they might sell their house at the end of the year and then buy yours in January. You see what I'm saying? Let me tell you a story. Once again, Marky and his fucking stories. But my sister, right? I know I'm only teasing you. You know I love you. I just don't want you to worry. Okay? And I try and teach everybody. Energy just does change, yes. And things can change and time frames can change. Time frames is probably the worst thing to predict in the world. And my inheritance did that. Every person I asked for the last 2 years was wrong, right? Now, the only person that's right about my inheritance lately was when I asked Marley in November. And she says, you're not going to get it in November, but I see you getting it in December. And I'm waiting for the check now. So it should be here this week, right? Should be here tomorrow, maybe Tuesday or whatever. Because my cousins in Portugal got their check yesterday, or the day, no, the day before, yeah. 2 days ago, they got their check. So if they got their check in Portugal, that means we should be getting ours any day now, right? So Marley was right. So shout out to Marley. She said I was going to get it in December, but she had already everybody and her had been wrong about it before. And so have I. So these time frame things can always change because of other people. So those time frames with my inheritance money changed because of the fucking lawyers and the government and the stalling of, paperwork. So we can only, spirit can't really like grab the person that you have to deal with by the neck and force them to send papers or to buy shit from you or to send you shit. You see what I mean? And then when that mail reaches Bermuda, they could say, "Oh, this is just a bullshit card or something. We'll give it to him, and we feel like we got more important shit to deliver." Man, they don't know that there's a check in there that can help somebody's life. You got me? So like these things are something that we have to understand. And I'm never gonna tell anybody that I'm the time frame king and I'm gonna be right about everything. I never ever will say that because time frames are the most difficult things to deal with, right? I'm going to tell you a time frame that I'm saying in my mind to cover a period where spirit can cover their ass, giving me the answer, you know, and maybe we can have some hope in that time frame that it'll happen, right? So that's the thing. But anyway, let me get to the story. So my sister, right, in her lifetime has had three houses: a condo, a house, and a big ass house since she married her husband, right? So when they got married, they bought a condominium, all right, a nice one. It was a beautiful condo, brand new. So they bought it, right? And they bought it for like I think it was like 600 grand. This is like 20, probably 22 years ago, maybe 22, 23 years ago. They bought this condo for 600 grand, right? And then they got tired of living in the condo and wanted to buy a home and start a family, right? So they were there for a couple years. And then they said, you know what? We're getting great offers for this condo. After 5 years of living here, we're going to sell this condo and make some good money off of it so we can put it towards a house. And the average house in Bermuda is $1 million, right? If you don't believe me, you can go check. The average house, which means a decent house, you'll get for $1 million, right? 3 bedroom, 2 bath, living room, garage, maybe, little, kitchen, kitchen, all that type of shit, a basic house, right? Like for a family. So they had a house that was like farther away from here. It was in like an area where we didn't really like. The house was like the only thing decent and affordable at the time. And plus, they had me to fix it up. So they bought it. So they sold the condo for 860 grand. So they made 260 grand off the condo profit, right? Because they were there for 5 years and the condo that area had so much value and the condo had so much value. And I had done some things to it to increase the value, and so did they, and whatever. They put like a pergola on the porch outside, all that type of bullshit. So they probably made like almost 200 grand profit on selling it within a 5 year period. So then they took that money and put it towards $1 million house, right? So they didn't have much mortgage to pay for. And so then they were paying that mortgage and then we were doing renovations at that house, right? And then came the first baby. Then a year later came the second baby unexpectedly. So they were like 1 year right after each other, a year and a couple months. So she was pregnant back to back, right? So when they had the second baby, my ex brother-in-law said, "Look, I want to get a bigger house in a better location because this place we've renovated it, and I don't, and we got an offer for it from the original owner wanted to buy it back, but then another person, a doctor, wanted to buy it because their like office was right around the corner. Some bullshit like that happened. So they got lucky selling the house for just over the same price they paid for it. They probably made like 100 grand off of it, which was like fine because they pretty much broke even so they can buy this house. So when they bought this house, right? They bought this one after probably another 5 years later, right? Because we've been here for 16 years and they've been together for like 20 something years. Yeah, they were together for 20 something years. Anyway, yeah. So long story short, I think we were there for 4 years, I believe. So then they bought this house, right? But they sold that house so fast that within a couple months we were here. So the moral of the purpose of this story is anything can happen at any given time. You know, they put the house on the market and literally like a month later they sold it because it's a good location. It's right next to the city. It's on the roadside. It's right next to the hospital. You know, it was an area where it's like, yeah, that's a good place to live. It's got all like area school next to it, grocery stores. It's a good area. So when we moved here, this house was way more money than the last house, but it was well worth it. But see, they got money from their business to pay for it. So it was perfect. So everything worked out for them at the right time. You see what I mean? And we've put in so much time and money and effort into this home that it's worth a lot of fucking money if it were to go on the market right now. And somebody will pay that price for it, I guarantee you. Because this house is well worth it. And it's literally right next to everything. And it's a very secluded, nice area. We're at the top of the hill. There's only like 2 or 3 houses around us. It's a nice neighborhood and it's a beautiful home because I fixed it and I made it look the way it is. Right? So that's the thing. When it's time to sell shit, it'll sell. And when it's time for people to buy shit, they're gonna buy it. So you gotta just stay positive because these guys were the same. Oh, I'm worried if we're not gonna sell it, blah 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 blah. So because they took a while to buy the house before this one, but we sold it within we got an off they got an offer for it within a month, and the original owner wanted it back, but he didn't want to like pay the extra money for it. He wanted, he was a dickhead. So then this doctor said, "Yeah, I'll pay for it here." See, when people got money, they'll pay for it. They'll take it. So I guarantee you that it's gonna get sold eventually. And a lot of people has looked at it. People are probably contemplating, thinking about it. Then you're doing it at a time where there's Christmas, holidays. People are busy. There's gonna be delays. There's gonna be, people talking about it, thinking about it. And the person that made you the offer, right? It doesn't matter what they do on their end as long as they can pay you for the house. You see what I mean? Because I know a lot of people, my client, he has 5 houses, He had fucking 7 at one point. And now he's got 5. But then I heard that his son sold his house. So now it's got 4. I believe there's 4. No, 5. It's still 5. Yeah, it's still 5. Because he has 7. He sold his dad's house and his son sold his house. So those are the 7 altogether. Plus he had a house in Colorado and he sold that too because he got too old to travel. He couldn't do it anymore, so he sold that. So he had 8 houses altogether. And now he's still got 5. And he's a multi-millionaire and don't even act like it. And I've worked at every single house he's owned, except for the one in Denver, obviously. But every single house he had here, I've worked at it. And because of him, I have a business. So you see what I mean? Like everything works out the way it's supposed to work out, especially with houses and shit like that. And see, what I told you in the beginning, I told you, don't do too much to the house because you're going to sell it anyway, right? So look at all the things that you've done to the house to increase its value. And you still had to put the price down to sell it. You see what I mean? Because people are going to do, whoever lives there, they're going to change the color. They're going to change something that they don't like. They're going to change lights. They're going to change a door. They're going to change this. They're going to change that. So if you were to ever come back there in 5 years' time, you'd be like, holy shit, I wish I would have thought about this when I was living here. Or holy shit, look what you've done. It looks beautiful. And you might break down in tears saying, fuck, this is amazing. Look how my old house looks. If I were to show the guy that used to live in this house 20 years ago what this house looks like now, he would not believe it. He would say, that ain't my fucking house. When I came here 16 years ago, this house looked like shit. Absolute shit. And I fixed it all up. And we have pictures like from the beginning till now. And the kids look at it and like, this isn't our house. And like, yeah, it is. You did all of this, Uncle Mark? I said, yeah. I did all this shit. I made it look way better than what it looks now. And that's why, I know for a fact that when you sell houses, you're never going to get your money back. You might get lucky because the person who buys it might love the actual, the way you did it, so they won't change anything. You got me? But when we came here, we had to change a lot of things because they look like shit. See? And we got it for a good price. But then you have to spend all this money to make it look like what you wanted to. Right. So what you're saying, so let me get this clear. You're waiting for them to, like, they want you personally to wait for them to sell theirs to get yours. And you said, no, I'm not waiting for you. So they want you to like give them like a guarantee that you're not going to sell it because they want it. I would do the same thing you did. I tell them, nah, you got to sell yours. And when you sell yours, you can come get mine. But in the meantime, it's open to whoever comes because I ain't going to be sitting here waiting for you. Hell no. And if their shit ain't on the market, then I would say no anyway. You did the right thing. But see, that can be a test for you. That can show those people like, you know what? No, I'm not going to do what you want. This is my damn house. So I'm going to make sure I sell it to whoever comes with the fucking money first. That's the way it should be. You should never hold nothing for nobody. You know what? You don't know what's going to happen to them. Something can happen to them and fuck up the whole program, and then you lose out. So what you did was the right thing. So don't think you didn't do the right thing. You did the right thing. Never save nothing for nobody because you don't know what's going to happen to them people. Right. Yeah, I know. That's the most expensive part in Bermuda too, is fixing a roof. And you have to maintain the roofs here because we paint them, right? You have to Clorox, you have to like bleach your roof, clean it, and then paint it twice for the roof to be decent because our roofs collect water to go into a tank. So you have to have your roof in tip-top shape in every 2 to 3 years. You have to wash it because it goes in the water that the roof catches here, it goes into a tank beneath our house. See, we don't have basements, we have water tanks. So our roofs have gutters to hold the water and it goes down these 4 pipes to go into. So our roofs are expensive as shit. You got to spend like five grand every 2 years to maintain your roof, to get guys to go up there, power wash it, paint it, bleach it, bleach it, power wash it, and paint it. Yeah, you have to maintain shit. Yeah. So you did the right thing, Tanya. You did the right thing. And that is deny their offer of them trying to make you wait to sell their shit to get yours. That's not how it works, and they know that. So I would say let them do what they want, and then if the house is available, then see if they really want it, they could put a down payment on it. Then I would accept the offer. I'll tell them, yeah, well, give me half up front. And then when you sell your shit, you can give me the rest. So that way it's yours. And you got to pay for it. And even then, that's risky, Because if they don't pay the rest, you're fucked. Because then you got to work on dealing with the whole situation. So I would say, if the real estate lady said deny them and don't let them do it, then I would say go with what she said. That's what I would say. So you did the right thing, Tanya. In my opinion, you did. And that's why I was telling you earlier, don't worry about what they're doing. You got to sell the damn house. So, you know, if they want to buy it, then they'll buy it. And then they just can go sell theirs afterwards and they could take the loss. See, people like that want you to, like, be their collateral type of thing, in a way. Hell no. If you want it that bad, you can get the money. Put up your house as collateral. Not my problem. Because you can do that, I believe. Like if they really wanted your house, they can put your house up as collateral, their house as collateral to get the loan for your house. See what I mean? 'Cause that's what people do here. They put up shit for collateral or whatever it's called, and they'll say, "Look, I want to buy this house now. I want to secure it. I'm going to put my house up for collateral." But see, they ain't gonna do that because then they might lose their house doing that dumb shit. So if you really want something, you're gonna get it, no matter what you have. You're welcome, Tanya. But that's my opinion. I don't even own a house, but I know how it works and I know what people do. You know, I work for a millionaire that has tons of houses, so he's pretty much told me how things work. And my sister's had 3 houses, so I've been there seeing all the bullshit and how it works. So, and I know we live in two different places, but it's still the same concept sometimes. It's still the same bullshit you have to deal with. Yeah, exactly. But you don't let it be on your shit. Let it be on their time. Let it be on their situation. So you're doing the right thing. And if your real estate agent said to do it that way, then trust her because she's been great so far, right? Actually, you know what? We can check if these people are actually gonna buy it. You want to? Let's check if they'll actually buy it. Let me check. I just thought about that. Let's see if they're gonna be the ones who actually buy it. Mm. Hmm. Honestly, I think that these people are really, really considering doing it, like, and they really want to, but they need the money. They have to have the money. Their problem is money. And they would be too preoccupied if they put all in, you know. But it looks very hopeful. It's like it's a favorable thing. It really looks like it can happen. It's not a guarantee, but the outcome, of them buying the house is the Ace of Swords, and that tells me that yes, that they can be somebody that can definitely buy it. You know. Let me check something else. Hold on. Let me dig into it. If I'll dig into it a little bit more. Just give me a second. Let me just ask something else. They actually have somebody that wants to buy their house. Like there's a woman that wants to buy these people's house, and it looks like it definitely can happen because their house might be in a place where there's a lot of nature and a lot of like trees and a very secluded, discreet area, so they wouldn't have a problem selling their house. But it's like if it's a couple, if it's a man and a woman that's wants the house and wants to sell it, right? Then I would say like the one of them is like kind of like, like, oh, you sure we can do this, or you sure we should do this, and blah blah blah. And the other partner's like, yeah, we can do this. Trust me, we can get this done. It can happen. It's like they're coming up with a new plan right now to figure it out. So I get positive things on this, Tanya, and I feel like it can happen. Like it's telling me I would say it's a 75% chance that these people that we're talking about are going to sell their house and buy yours. I think they really want to, right? So there's a 75% chance because every time I when I pull cards on this, it's giving me more positive than negative. Like there's not negative shit here. It's more of a positive outcome, but I'm not sure 100% guaranteed, you know? Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Let me read what you said here. Exactly, Mark. My real estate lady said that they can get the equity out of their home and then buy our house, but they don't want to do that. Exactly. See, I tell you. Yeah. Right. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Yep. Yeah, exactly. You're doing the right thing. See, and that's why the real estate lady told you what she told you, what I just told you, because I know that's how it works. Like they can put their house on the, on the shit, like, but they ain't. A lot of people won't do that because they can lose everything, right? And I'm sure if it was the other way around, they wouldn't wait. They wouldn't do it either. That's like a stupid thing to do if you really think about it. It's a very risky thing. So let's just say, from what I've seen here and what I've read, that I feel like there's a 75% chance right now, currently, that this is gonna happen, right? And it can happen between now and the end of next month, which is 7 weeks. So I know initially we said that the house will get sold by the end of the year, and that still can be possible. Anything can happen, you know. Let me just check one more thing. I want to, what I want to check, if there's actually somebody that is interested in buying their home right now. Yep. Like, see, there's a man that wants to buy their house, but he's going through like some family stuff. So he wants to buy their house so he can, get away from his family or deal with some family issues. So I still feel like somebody wants to buy their house, but they have to wait to see what issues they have to deal with first in order to get it. So there is somebody interested in buying theirs already because they probably mentioned it to somebody, right? And it could be like, a person who's like getting a divorce and wants to buy their own house and shit. So they want to buy theirs. So, yeah, I would say, Tanya, that it looks promising and it still looks like, it can be something that will happen. But Now that we've looked into that, that's good. So now we know what the deal is. So, and I asked Phil to intervene in the reading to see what he can give, if he can give us information. So that's the information I got, and we just have to see what happens from now. But if me and the real estate agent said the same thing, then obviously like that's what the situation is, and it's obvious anyway. It's like common sense. So that's what it is. So they want you to like hold off on selling it. But if you ain't sold it all this time, then they can still wait. It's their problem. They just have to get off their ass and make it happen, or they have to come up with some type of guaranteed situation. So anything can change, but it looks positive. Let's just say that it looks positive. I don't see like a no hell no situation. I see like, hey, there's potential here for something to really go, really happen positive. So every time I pull cards, it was all like 75% positive. Obviously, there's going to be some hiccups here and there, or people that are agreeing to disagree and shit like that. So let's stay positive, Tanya. We'll see how it goes. But anyway, let me give you a card. All right. You're welcome, Tanya, anytime. All right, we're going to give you a postcard from Spirit. Hey, Lucky, welcome back. Okay. So this is your postcard. It's like a little angel, and it says, "You are love." So this says, "Dearest Tanya, even though life seems now to be moving full steam ahead, it's a time to rest, allow ideas to flow through you, and take root in your heart before they reach your mind. Honor this process by becoming empty to allow the inspiration and the magic of dreaming. You might feel lazy or unproductive at times, but we know better. Just as sleep is a way to recharge before renewal, so are you in a time of dreaming. In this powerful process of co creation, your soul merges with spirit in a profound way so you can receive your music directly from the source and play your part in the symphony of life. You are being invited to bear witness to the great creation and time in to what others can't hear. We have so many dreams to share with you in the sacred and invisible. Don't worry, we still wake you when it's time to return with a new dream. No need to set an alarm clock. Loving you always, Phil and Spirit. There you go. See? That's your postcard. So I don't even have to explain that. I think you got the drift of that. They know what's going on. They just want you to understand that dream your dream. Keep dreaming of everything happening and it will happen. It's that simple. Dimey, you all right, baby? You good? Still a dumb dog. They said it was supposed to rain today and be bad weather, and it's like sunny, nice and cool, and it's a beautiful day. These people are so dumb. The weather people are just very bad. They have no clue on how to deal with weather. But see, this is what I tell people. This is what happens. The weather waits for no one. The weather's going to do what it's going to want to do. Mother Nature's going to do what the fuck they want. But tomorrow, it says Monday, 100% chance of rain. So I guess it was supposed to come today, but it's really coming tomorrow. It says 100% chance of rain tomorrow. Holy shit. And it says 8 o'clock in the morning, it's going to start raining tomorrow morning. So there you go. Oh, well. Sounds good to me. Rain all day, I'll be online all day. That's cool. I'll deal with that. Sounds good to me. You're welcome, Tanya. Anytime. And thank you too. I appreciate it. It's all gonna work out. Don't worry. Just gotta stay firm in your beliefs. Listen to the real estate agent. Listen to Marky. Listen to Phil. Listen to your heart, and you'll be fine. It's all gonna work out. And when it all works out, you'll be like, well, that was a fucking process, and that was a nightmare at times, or that was some bullshit I had to deal with. But guess what? You're gonna end up making a video saying, well, goodbye, house. Off to my new adventure. See you guys in the next live. Best live ever. I look forward to seeing that live, and many more of the new adventures of Tanya. Just think about it. That's how you got to think about it. You got to think about the new adventures. New year coming, new beginnings. It's just like me. I can't wait till I get my inheritance money so I can use that money to help fix my dad and mom's house up and do all the things my dad wanted to do when he was alive. He told me, look, I want to do this eventually. I want to do that eventually. But, money's tight. So, let's see if we can do this and do that and blah, blah, blah. And now, I get to do it for him. And he can watch me in spirit like he used to watch me outside do shit around the house. So my goal next year is to fix my mom and dad's house, make it look really nice, so my dad's proud of what his house looks like, because I know he's there in spirit and I want him to feel happy seeing his house look good. And I know it'll make my mom happy too. So that's something that I have to do, And I've already booked the roofing to get done after Christmas. So my cousin and I are going to clean the roof, paint the roof. And then once the roof is done, I don't have to worry about that for 3 years. And then I can go ahead and paint the house, paint another coat on it, freshen it up, freshen up the cedar door with some varnish. And I'm going to paint somebody inside up. Paint the inside of the house, make it fresh, make my mom very happy. And then I'm going to rent, because she doesn't live in her room anymore. Well, for now, I'm going to renovate her room. I'm going to I'm gonna change the carpet. I'm gonna pack her bed up and put it in the garage because we don't have the car there anymore. So I can use the garage as a storeroom. So I'm gonna take her bed apart, and I have so much plans, and I hope God lets me do it so I can make my dad proud. So I want to take apart her bed and um, put it in the garage, and then tear up the carpet. I'm gonna convince her to put vinyl floors in there, but she won't want that. She's gonna want carpet back in there. My mom's a carpet person, so I'm gonna tear the old carpet up because that shit's been there for like probably 30 years. So I'm gonna put new carpet in there, paint the whole place up again. I painted it like last year, but I'll freshen it up again, put another coat on it. And she has like this old like light in there, and I'm gonna tell her I'm gonna get it. We'll fix up the light. She doesn't want to get a new one, but I'll fix it up. I'll polish it up and stuff. It's like this brass light. It's been there forever, so I'll take it off and I'll fix it up for her. And then I'm gonna fix up her closet. I'm gonna put some nice shelves in there and fix it all up for her, so she can put all her stuff in there. And that'll be good. I can't wait to do that for my mom, man. Because all the other rooms are pretty much done. And then the only other room I have to do is the two bathrooms. The bathrooms don't need complete renovating, but they need like certain things. They both need both two new toilets. The pump room needs a new pump, but it's still okay for now. So I kind of want to do a lot of things there. So that way she doesn't have nothing to worry about. Everything's going to be upgraded and new, painted fresh, so she can like wake up every day knowing that our house looks immaculate. And it's the least I can do for my dad, because I know he's upset that he couldn't like work and finish it and do things and stuff. But next year, that January, that's my goal, is to work at my mom and dad's house and fix it up. So that's what I want to do. Yeah, Tanya, it will happen. You know. Yeah, Lucky, that's a great thing to do. That's nice of you to do that. And I know parents will always appreciate their kids doing things for them like that. That's the least I can do. So I want to do that for my mom and dad and make the house look nice and fix it all up so they're happy. Bang. I'm gonna videotape everything on my phone, record everything on there, so that way, we can see what's done and what's not done. So if one day we have to sell the house, I can put dates on things. I'll be like, look, I did this in 2026, so it's brand new. I did this, and no, I have pure videos and proof of what I've done in that house. So one day, if my siblings act fucking dumb, I'm gonna say, here, look, see that? Look, I fixed that, and I pay for that. I fixed this. I did this. I did this. I did this. I did this. So don't talk no shit to me. I got proof. I got receipts. I already told people, don't fuck with me. I got receipts. If you don't believe me, I got proof. Tell you don't mess around. I got proof, damn it. That's nice, Lucky. Hopefully it all works out that way. And we can bless our family. That's my goal for next year, is to do everything I can to that house to make it look nice. And you know because if I add more value to that house, it's going to benefit me in the long run anyway, and it'll make my mom and dad happy. And the house needs, like, some new shit and better stuff. And it's the least I can do, for my dad in his honor and his memory. So that's my goal, is to do that. And I am, for sure. For sure, for sure, for sure. Oh, there you go, Lucky. Just keep having confident expectations and it'll happen, you know? And nothing wrong with that. I feed my nephews all the time. And I feed my mom. I'm gonna have dinner with her later, you know? I've fed her ever since my dad died. I've been giving her food and making sure she's okay. Like, I'm paying for things for her and stuff like that and doing everything she wants. So it's a great feeling. And I don't want anyone to suffer or to, kids to go hungry and shit like that. So, you know, so God bless you for doing that. All right, guys, I'm going to get out of here. I've been on here for an hour and a half. I'm going to go get some lunch. I'm going to go see what my sister and my nephew are doing. I'm going to call my mom and see if she's got everything we need. And then I'm going to pick her up later on and get some dinner. We're going to have pork chops on the barbecue tonight. But I need to ask her if she has the other ones and see if my nephew wants pork chops too. Man, my throat's been acting up today. It's annoying. It's the freaking weather. All right, I'm going to get out of here. And I'll see you guys later on. I'll be back this afternoon at some point in time. All right. See you later, alligator.